Welcome to the midweek chat, y'all. We took Monday off. Two reasons. The Super Bowl was just amazing. We did not shoot on Sunday. But the second reason is it's just hard to talk about what is happening in Knoxville, Tennessee right now. Tennessee has a massive game tonight against this feels weird saying this about a basketball team that wears Alabama, but the number one team in the NCAA Division I basketball ranks, the Alabama Crimson Tide, coming to Knoxville to face off against the number 10 Tennessee Volunteers. We got a special guest on the show today. Y'all love when this man gets on the show. I'm not even going to introduce him until he gets on the show, but me and Turner are going to chop it up for a minute, man. Just talk about this game from Saturday and then really lead us into what's going to happen tonight, man. I got a hot take. I got a really hot take. And I can't wait till our guest hops on the show today, man. I'm locked in, bro. I'm excited, ready to get it today, y'all. Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee. This the midweek chat.
To Northander, set the race onto the field. The finals will be boring the giant team that stretches from that north inbound on a cold day, becoming Glendo as the big orange sets the race on the Shield Buskins Field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee today on this Wednesday. It's the midweek chat, which you already know. That means if you're listening to this thing today, you've made it, man. It's Wednesday. We got 2 more days till we get to the weekend, but welcome to the midweek chat. It's your boy Ruck in the building with my boy Turner. We do have a special guest joining us, but before, man, we're going to dive in just a little bit of a recap, man, of what's been going on the last few days in the world of Tennessee. But you know what we got to do, man. It's the top of the show. What we got to do, man? You got to like, you got to comment. You got to subscribe. You got to hit the bell notification at the top if you're rocking with us on YouTube, man. So you never miss an episode. You never miss a show. It's really that important, man. It helps the algorithm, but it also helps continue to push this thing and let more people find out about Straight Up Tennessee, man. I think we got one of the best shows for Tennessee sports on Instagram, on YouTube. I think we got one of the best shows, and I think that it's time. I think y'all need to go ahead and hit that bell notification. Do what you got to do. Secondly, if you're rocking with us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, man, we're glad you're listening today. We're glad that you're vibing with us, man. Keep downloading, keep commenting, keep rating this thing 5 stars. Show love in those different platforms. It helps a lot, man. So, Turn, what's good on this Wednesday, my dude? What's goody?
Man, we here. But I'm going to go ahead and say it about Tennessee basketball. I called it earlier in the season, and my boy Tyreek Key, I told you he's going to come on hot at the end of the season, bro.
Hey, you've already said it, man. We're going to jump right into Tyreek Key, but before we do, man, we got to thank our friends over at Tennessee Sporting Goods, man. Tennessee Sporting Goods serves the Knoxville community so well, right in the heart of Fountain City, man. Everything you see, I think my boy Turner actually has on a Straight Up Tennessee. Yes, sir. He got on a Straight Up Tennessee hoodie tonight. Tennessee Sporting Goods produced that for us, man. And so if you guys are in the need for hats, hoodies, T-shirts, Straight Up Tennessee branded things, or if you're looking for it for your children, your family, uniforms, goodness gracious, bro, baseball bats, softball, whatever you're in need of.
Whatever you need.
I promise you they can do it. Hit them up at 865-688-5454. As for my man Taylor and Jared, they will take great care of you, man. So let's dive into this turn, bro. Tyreek Key, his production over the last week, I guess, has been not surprising.
Mm-hmm.
We thought at the beginning of the year, I mean, dude, we're sitting there watching, we're literally tailgating in our gate or in our garage against the Kentucky game. I'll never forget. Homie Kobe Luttrell was like, "Bro, I got the whole game on my phone when we played Gonzaga." So I'm sitting there watching the basketball game on his phone, and Tyreek Key got like 24 on Gonzaga.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, okay, so he's a problem. Fast forward to now, he's had somewhat of an underwhelming year so far.
Yeah.
And to see what he's been able to do really in the last few weeks has been very encouraging, especially heading into March.
Facts. I think. I mean, I told you the other night in the Missouri game, man. Tyreek Key seems to me as a confidence guy. Once he gets a little bit of confidence, it's game over. I mean, I read a stat the other day. Do you know he scored 21 of his 23 points in the second half?
Well, if there was any scoring from Tennessee against Missouri, it was in the second half. So
he brung us back by himself. If we're
by
being
himself,
honest,
by himself.
Yes,
he did. Let's just go ahead and talk about it, man, because I don't want to, but Tennessee loses that game Saturday to Missouri. It was one of those things that I talk about all the time, the difference in basketball and football. You can't get behind early like that in a basketball game. You just can't, because the energy that you extend for the rest of that game, you're not going to have enough come 3-4 minutes left in the second half. And what happened? That exact thing. Like, you get up, you're winning the game. And I don't even remember dude's name. I don't even want to remember his name. I know his number was 4.
Yeah.
He catches the ball and does not get his dribble picked up. That's pure coaching to me. I'm like, bro, playing basketball my whole life, I'm like, stop the ball. You're up 2. Stop the ball. Like, make him shoot a contested 3. He was wide open.
We didn't even try to get in front of him.
Bro, he's wide open. Like, it was not contested at all. So you go back and you watch the play and you're like, why didn't Meshack stop the ball?
There's a lot I could talk about with this Missouri game.
In my head, I'm like, just stop the ball. Like, if you get a foul, they shoot free throws. That's cool with me. Like, let them shoot free throws.
And once again, man, talking about free throws, I don't care. Vescovi's got to hit free throws.
Looked a lot like the Vanderbilt game.
Dude, it was to a T.
We put the game in his hands and he fumbled the bag again.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I wanted anybody on the free throw line, I'm probably gonna pick Vescovi. And then you go in there and you can't hit one. Like, come on, bro.
It missed the front end of the 1-and-1 again.
And that lane violation killed us too.
Killed us, Tobe. Yep. But I mean, you saw the game. Tyreek Key. Go ahead.
What I told you this after the game. I was like, if you would have sit here and told me Tennessee scored 85 points in a game without even asking who we were playing, I say we win by at least 10 plus if we've scored 85.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Final score was 86-85. Tennessee loses last Saturday to the Missouri Tigers. I mean, here's what's funny, bro. Missouri got the same record as us. Like, that's not a bad team.
No.
But it's just, you see Missouri and you're like, they trash. Like, it's just, you see the name, you're like, them boys booty. Like, it's Missouri.
They were getting beat 30-4 last night at one point.
Who were they playing?
Auburn.
One person killed us, bro. That Golston and Kobe Brown. Julian Phillips played 10 minutes. Oh my god! I think
he had an injury, didn't he?
Yeah, they say he has a hip injury. So I'm interested to see if it was a hip injury or if Barnes was like, bro, you ain't hooping. I'm gonna have to sit you down, brother.
That's fine. I mean, BJ Edwards getting a little PT.
It was nice seeing B. He was a spark early.
He was.
He came in and hit a little jump shot. Um, you know, I was thinking back. I was thinking back on the game too. Even though Tyreek Key had what did he have? 23, 24 or something like that.
23.
He didn't shoot the ball well. Like he hit a couple shots in a row, but he was still 6 of 13. He missed 7 shots.
Yeah. He was just he was 5 for 9 from 3.
Yeah, that's a spark. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy when you're hitting threes like that. You're like, okay, all right, he hooping. But
yeah,
I still, man. Here's what I told you though, Turn. Santi Vescovi did exactly what I asked him to do.
Just shoot.
I don't know if you saw the number count. He shot 10 shots. 9 of them were threes.
9. Yeah, facts. That's what it needs to be. 100%.
That's all you need to shoot, Brody. Like if you shoot 10 threes a game, that's great with me. Now, somebody who don't need to shoot more than 5 threes a game, Zakai Ziegler.
Dude, he's so like his threes are either off by a mile or money. I mean, there's no in between with him.
No in between. No in between at all. So
Euros getting playing time cut
hard. in half completely.
I mean, but why? I mean, if Awaka keeps playing the way he's playing, dude.
Well, I'm not even gonna say Awaka. I feel like it's coaching, man. Like Missouri's out there, their tallest guy is 6'9". We out here running 7-footers. They set them down. They set Jonas and Euros down and played Tobe. Like that small ball lineup was it. Honestly, you're not going to be able to do that tonight against Alabama. You can in certain lineups because they'll have a lineup where you'll have Quinterly, you'll have Brandon Miller, and Miller will play the 4. And then they'll still have about a 6'10", like a 6'10" or 7-footer. But Brandon Miller is just a nightmare. Like he's a matchup nightmare. And so it's like I'm not putting anybody on Brandon Miller tonight except for Josiah James. And if he doesn't play, Brandon Miller gonna have 30. I'm serious. Like he will have 30. If Josiah James does not play tonight, Brandon Miller will have 30. Hear me right now. Mark my words.
They keep that stuff quiet.
Yeah, they ain't said nothing about Josiah. Nothing.
They ain't said nothing about Julian Phillips either. And I mean, if those two are out,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. Transfer. Do something. You the most he's almost more underwhelming than Robert Hubbs because I see so much in him that he just won't do.
Facts.
With Robert Hubbs, it was like, all right, you know what you got. You got somebody that's 6'5" who can jump out of the gym, can't shoot the ball well, but he gonna rebound, jump, and run the floor. And he did that. It was very underwhelming at times. But with Julian Phillips, you see a guy that if he's standing right next to you, you double take. You like, man, he looked like Kevin Durant.
Facts.
Like built just like him, game like him. Doesn't do anything with it. So I want him to step it up, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever see it, bro. So
I don't either.
But y'all, we getting ready, man. We are heading into my favorite part of the show, man. We're gonna bring on our guest. We told you we wasn't even gonna let you know what his name was because he's been on the show before. He left heartbroken earlier, but now he doesn't just have to be excited about football. Now he's got a basketball team to actually be excited about. It's gonna be a great conversation. Got to bring the homie on. Steve, what's good, boy?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Man, I don't know how I'm doing yet because it's not 6 o'clock yet tonight.
Yeah, the game has probably lost a little luster after Tennessee's last 2 losses.
It has.
It's lost a little juice. I mean, the energy will be there, but I was hoping y'all would have, won your last 2 games.
I was thinking about this. I was talking to Turner actually earlier yesterday, and I was like, I want to just find out, Rick Barnes has never lost 3 straight, ever.
Yeah.
So I've said from the beginning, the first time I saw Alabama play, I think they played Gonzaga and actually lost that game.
Yeah, we lost.
Okay, yeah. And I was like, they're gonna be a problem. Like I was like, they didn't shoot the ball well that game.
Right.
And they still had like 80 something points. So I'm sitting here like, how you don't shoot the ball well and have 80?
Yeah.
So fast forward to now, I've said since the beginning of the year, I was like, that's the number 1 team. You can ask Turner. I said, Alabama is the number 1 team in the country. Like, period. I watch enough basketball to know, like, bro, like, if the thing that they do well, that Tennessee really does not do well, if one person is off for Bama, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really okay.
That's what I've noticed, too. Yeah.
If we have somebody off, the whole team is off.
Yeah.
We shut down.
It's over. Like they're like, man, he ain't hitting.
That's how Alabama's been for the last 70 years of men's basketball. If somebody's off, then the whole team's off, and you count it up as a loss. But this team is a little different in, they've got 2 or 3, NBA players, and we've never had that. And honestly, a little over halfway through the season, this is the best Alabama team that has ever come through, regardless of what happens the next, month and a half. Best team talent wise.
Oh, I would agree. And I just never thought Nate Oates was a recruiter like this. Like,
yeah, I didn't think so either. I liked his system that he brought from Buffalo and different places, but I think, we're all, here in Alabama, we're all pleasantly surprised. And we're a basketball school now. And then he's been talking smack, and bringing that swagger. Like, we played Auburn this past Saturday, and he was like, yeah, that was their Super Bowl, so I'm glad we beat them. He just like throwing it on them before and after the game. Said that. And he's called out Calipari, and he's called out Coach K last year. So he's got that, he got that swagger that I'm glad, he's pumped some life into the program.
Yeah.
And give us something to watch while we lick our wounds from football season.
Dude, here's what I was saying, bro. I really think this game tonight, it's one of those where, because the worst thing possible for Alabama is that Tennessee lost back-to-back games. And now they got to play. True. Now you got to come on the road at Thompson-Boling. Now Thompson-Boling, I'll tell you, it's not a scary place to play, in all honesty. It's not like Neyland Stadium by any means. Because the difference is tomorrow night you're going to have a bunch of 50, 60-year-olds that got their season tickets for 80 years. They sit in the first 2 rows courtside. And then you got the student section behind the rim. They be hype. And then you got everybody that wish they could afford a seat in the lower section. They in the upper deck. So like the way the crowd is mixed up is very different than Neyland. Whereas like you can sit literally in the lower and it's just loud, period. TBA is massive. It's a massive arena. And it's going to be loud. But I'm not quite sure it's the most frightening place to play.
Right.
I mean, we've lost to Missouri at home this year and Kentucky. Yeah. Both I think a combined points loss was like 5, 6. So it's been close games, but this ain't the team you want coming in when you got 2 losses.
Right.
If you're a Tennessee fan, and I don't feel great about it, but I will say this: because we've lost 2 games, I'm just in my mind. I'm like, bro, there's no way we're losing tomorrow. There's no way.
Well, and it's just Tennessee basketball fashion, if we're being honest. That it wouldn't surprise me one bit if we've lost to Vandy, we lose to Missouri, and then we come out and we beat Bama.
Yeah.
And then we turn around and lose again. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
You lose Saturday to Kentucky.
Yeah,
this is the toughest week of our season, bro.
Yes.
We have Bama and then Kentucky on Saturday in Rupp.
And Kentucky's a lot like us, if we're being honest.
100%.
Yeah, that's how Alabama's been forever. It's just like we can't win the little games or the ones we're supposed to win, and then we go in and upset somebody randomly, and it's just like, well, it's all wasted because we couldn't beat Mississippi State, or beat, Ole Miss or whatever, and it's just like, okay. But no, I'm curious to see because I know we're an underdog. I think
which is so weird. I think
2.5 point underdog. We're number one, so it's like they don't respect it. And the only reason they put us number one is because we beat Houston in Houston earlier this season. So that's really, it's just throwing us a bone because we've had a good season, really.
Yeah.
We could be number 2 or 3 regardless of what happens next week. So, I'm curious to see. I'm optimistic with this team, but I'm also like, they've broke my heart way too many times.
This is what sucks about this game to me. This is not a Wednesday night game. Like,
no.
Why is this not? Dude, if this was on Saturday, there's a no-brainer. I would have paid whatever I needed to pay to be in there.
Yeah.
Why Wednesday?
They would have been there. It'd been a whole thing.
Oh, I mean, like, it would have been. It made more sense to me. And then just the fact that it's Wednesday night, that also loses some of its hype, in my opinion. It's like, and it's not even the primetime game. Like, it's not at 8. Yeah. It's not even like the late game. It's the early one on ESPN2.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, they did us wrong, bro. They did this game extra wrong.
I know.
Now, is it because of what happened to Tennessee over the last 2 games? I don't know. But this is one of them college game day type games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, the SEC, they still hate the SEC. Everybody does.
Oh, yeah.
And now that the SEC is like, I'm gonna just say it, bro. SEC is 1 and 2 top basketball conference in my mind.
Yeah,
but we got 5 or 6 teams, 5 or 6 for real, like that can beat anybody.
They're all beating each other up. That's why I'm so shocked that we're still undefeated, and that just shows you, that gives you hope, is like how good this team could really be. We could really make a run. But like you said, I mean, we got we got 5 or 6 teams that can make Sweet 16 all day.
Yeah.
We got that kind of depth, and their records don't show it because everybody's been beating everybody up. But you got a lot of solid squads in the SEC, top tier, and it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out.
So when you think about the game, Turner, I'm gonna ask you. The matchup is literally perfect.
It
is.
Like,
you've got, like, at every position, you've got a matchup that is intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that separates the two is you've got the number 1 defensive team versus the, like, number 1, 2, 3. I think Arizona still is the number 1 team as far as scoring offense in the NCAA. But then, Alabama can't be far behind.
No, they're averaging 83.4 points a game.
So you look at this and you're like, something has to give. What are you looking at, like, when you think about how good Tennessee is defensively, but then how great Alabama is offensively? What happens tonight to kind of dictate the pace of the game?
Man, you see, it's kind of a I don't know. I'm kind of split. At one part of me says I think we need to win time of possession. A lot of second chance points for us because we're really good on the boards, in my opinion. But I don't know. We've said it. Me and you have said it since day one. I think Tennessee plays better if they run the floor and push it down the court and get them quick points. I don't want it to be. It's opposite of football. I don't want to be in a shootout against Alabama.
No,
offensively. In basketball, they might score 120 on us. I don't know. I mean, just being honest, if our defense don't play good, because they can put up the freaking points.
Yeah,
I mean, bro. I think it was a little over 2 weeks ago. They beat Vandy by like 60.
They put 101 to 44.
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
we had just lost to Oklahoma. Just got embarrassed. We went on the road, didn't even show up. Lost. I mean, they're like 12-12. They're terrible. And then the next game was at Vandy, and we beat them by 60. And it was just like, and then like Nate Oates was like, "Yeah, I felt bad for him. I'm sorry." They were the next team. It's like whoever it was going to be, that's what it was going to be. Like just
yeah,
guns blazing. But yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I think defense, man. I mean, our defense is great. I think our defense is going to step up, control the boards, control the rebounds.
In the 2 games we've lost, the last 2 games that we've lost, we've given up 66 and 86, and our season average of giving up is 56.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your thing. Something somewhere is getting lazy, and I don't know what it is. And so, like Steve, I want to ask you the same question. Like you look at Tennessee defensively. I mean, obviously, you can't say a team is XYZ based off of the last 2 games. You can look at the whole body of work in the 26 games they played this year.
Yeah.
Defensively, you know what Tennessee's going to do, and offensively, you know what Alabama's going to do. Like, what happens tonight to dictate, like, who takes control of this game?
I think the biggest thing for Alabama is, I know when we played Auburn a few days ago, I think it was in the range of 55, 56 points in the lane because we weren't shooting threes at all. None of them dropped. And it really just depends on if Miller and Sears and Bradley, if they can get hot from 3. And then it's going to be like, I mean, you just pick your poison. Like we'll knock down threes all day. I mean, you can press us, you can do whatever you want to, but it's like, they've been having their way with teams here lately. And the fact that we couldn't buy a 3 against Auburn, just that maturation of this kind of team is on another level where they were just taking everything the defense was giving them. For Tennessee, I'm thinking, we're going to have to be off shooting wise, like from 3, and they're just going to have to just press all night and just like, outplay them really.
That's the hard part, I feel like, with this game is because you probably have 1 and 2 best 2 teams in the league, SEC playing tonight.
Yeah.
There's a no-brainer about that, I don't think. But one's really good at what I feel like you have to be good at, and then one's really good at stopping the thing that you have to be good at. And so it's so interesting to me, bro. The matchup, like like from player to player, the only matchup nightmare on the floor is Brandon Miller. If Josiah James does not play, I'm telling you, I promise you, at the end of the game, it's going to look a lot like a manslaughter. Brandon Miller himself, bro, like generational talent. I'm still bitter. I'm bitter. I'm very bitter. The boy is from Antioch, Tennessee. If you don't know where that is literally about 12 minutes south of downtown Nashville.
Yeah.
Tennessee in his top 3, but daddy went to Alabama. And that's where he went. And
y'all got to come off that money. You can't put it all in football. I'm telling you, dude, this is for me as an outsider and insider with the program. It's like the NIL stuff, even with men's basketball, it's been a game changer.
It's changing everything, man. It's changing everything.
And so that's, we're just buying teams essentially is the way it's looking.
Here's what's funny. They're just doing what they've been doing for years, and it's now legal.
It's just like you can just do it.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, except now it's way larger amounts. Like, okay, sidetrack. This is way off topic. But did y'all see Jalen, or what his name, Jalen Rashada, his NIL deal get leaked? The deal that fell through at Florida?
Mm-mm.
I heard some about it. I don't know the details.
Bro, y'all had dude. That was the craziest thing I have ever seen in my life. So 5-star quarterback. I mean, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great wherever he goes. But now he's got this stigma of just being like money hungry, which we knew what this was gonna do, right? Like we knew what NIL was gonna do. However, he was committed to Florida. Something happened with the boosters there, and his NIL deal fell through. It was like a $15 million deal. Okay, he was only doing like he was getting 15 million. He had to show up to 8 event appearances. He had to post like 12 times a year on his Instagram about XYZ.
Yeah.
He had to shoot like 2 commercials. Like it wasn't anything strenuous. Like, but it fell through. He decommits. I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, you out here about to make all this money to do literally nothing, and you decommit. Like,
I'll come do
bro,
it.
that's happening in all sports, man.
Well, that's like I know Saban was calling out some of the players. I know that he didn't name a name, but the name was Javon Cohen with the football team. He was
an offensive lineman.
Yeah, he was a starting guard for almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted, I think it was $800,000, and his girlfriend to get in law school and for Bama for it.
I seen that.
And Saban told him to go kick rocks, and so he put out 2-year starter. I mean, he ain't that good. Booker's better, who's coming in behind him, who played the last half of the season.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, it was just like, and there was another player that wanted $500,000 or $800,000. I may have got him switched. I think it was one of the new recruits that went somewhere else. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
I'm sitting here like, dude, you're 18 years old, man. Why you? The thing about them players, like they already get everything paid for anyway, whether they make money or not. I've been in Westtown Mall and seen players getting everything in their you could think of getting bought for them by this old elderly white couple.
Yeah.
Like no cap. I'm dead serious. Like whatever they want.
Well, that's like in Alabama, we have this wing place called Baumhauer's Wings, and Bob Baumhauer played back in the 70s. He was an offensive lineman, played for the Bear, and then played for the Dolphins team that went undefeated in the early 70s.
Mm-hmm.
He owns a bunch of wing places in Alabama, and any Alabama player can go in and get whatever food they want for free. I mean, it's just, Saban owns a Mercedes-Benz dealership in Birmingham. He owns a Ferrari dealership in Nashville. So the players get whatever they want car-wise. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like you're already gonna get
so
it.
Mad, bro.
Did y'all see the picture of Saban pulled up in his new Ferrari when he was going to get on a helicopter to go see a player?
No.
Yeah, he's like double parked. He's a terrible driver. It's pretty funny.
When you got it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. This is a great time. Y'all gotta let y'all know right now about our one of our premier sponsors in Whitehead Auto Sales, man. Whitehead Auto Sales serves Whitehead Auto Sales Whitehead Auto Sales serves the Blount County area, Alcoa, Maryville. They serve that area well. They are the #1 used car dealership in that area. They have been for the last 2 years. My wife and I have 2 vehicles from them. They support this thing, and you should go and check out the lot, man. They've got new stock every single week. I think they update every Tuesday and Friday. It's tax season, man. What are you spending your money on? Are you hoarding it, saving it for all the junk you're going to buy your child, or you can go get you something nice off the lot? Go do it, man. Hit them up, whiteheadautosales.com. Ask for Andy, ask for Nick, and they'll take care of you, man. I promise you. Best customer service. I will never buy another car any other way. whiteheadautosales.com. Oh, man. Again, Tennessee and Alabama tonight. Massive game. It's weird, bro. This is, I think a lot of people, a lot of our viewers, a lot of people watching the show today, listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. I think everybody probably have seen this, but this is the first time in the history that Tennessee and Alabama have both been in the top 10 playing in football and now in basketball. This is monumental, bro. Like, these are two rival schools, and it's never carried over onto the hardwood. And to see it, bro, like, that's really cool. Like, this is a cool moment. And it's gonna be a game, bro. It's gonna be lit. Like, I feel like I think you got two completely contradicting styles of play. You got a style that's very much like the Golden State Warriors in Alabama, and then you got a style in which is like the Utah Jazz or the Boston Celtics in the Vols, where it's, let's try to slow the game down and make you beat us in the half court. And so if Tennessee can do that, they got a great shot. If they can't, it's gonna be a long night.
I think we got to get a quick start if we want to stand a chance.
Yeah, here's the thing. I agree with you on that term, but I also think the crowd can't get out of it like they did in Missouri, bro. Like, you were at the game, Missouri. You said, bro, it was dead silent in that thing.
Yeah, until Tyreek Key hits those 2 threes back to back, and then after that we got back into it. But there for a solid minute. I mean, they got to one point we were down by like 14, 15. There were some people starting to leave. I was like, man, come on now. Got a whole second half to play.
They're like, I'm giving up on Barnes. I'm leaving. Players got to play too, dog. I mean, there's so many weapons, bro, on this Alabama team. Obviously, Brandon Miller, in my opinion, that's the star, bro. He's the centerpiece. But then you had a transfer guard in is it Mark Sears?
Yeah.
Where did he come from?
Gosh, it was some big school. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it started with a U. If it was my mind escapes me. But it was like
no. It was Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio. There we go.
University of Ohio.
Somewhere. But yeah, like him and Miller are like the two 1A, 1B. Like, there's not been a game where at least one of them hadn't been on. Like against Auburn a couple days ago, Miller didn't do anything but that one dunk. I mean, he was just kind of there, and Sears and the guy that you need to look out for is Jaden Bradley. He's a freshman coming up. Dude, he's starting to kind of force his way into the lineup and get more minutes, and we just got so many guys, and then you got like Javon Quinterly, who's been there forever, and there's just so much depth. It's just a completely different looking team than what we're used to seeing, and it's just it's exciting, but it's also like I'm waiting for them to act like the old Alabama when it comes to men's basketball, but it's exciting. Like you said, they're styled after the Golden State Warriors, where it's just you're gonna have to keep up with them. I mean, you're gonna have to play our ball, and if we're just not shooting, they showed it in a couple games where they're just gonna go drive the paint, and then they'll put up 2 every time. If it ain't, if the 3 ain't there, they're just gonna drive down your throat, and then they're great on the defensive rebound, and like you're gonna have to be on your game, and and the 3 losses we've had this year is just we just didn't show up. Pretty much. I mean,
that is true.
It's one of them things. It's like, I've never been able to say that. And it's just they just didn't show up. They wasn't in it. Their head wasn't in it. And I think, with the point spread being where it is, and, I think Nate Oates is going to keep this team hungry. So I'm thinking, we're going to go in there and we're not going to be scared of the atmosphere, and they're going to play with that confidence that I've seen this team have that other teams haven't had. Even last year's team, or even 2 years ago, we won the SEC and went to the Sweet 16. This is a whole other team that has never been here in Tuscaloosa.
Was that team 2 years ago? Was that Shackelford and Okay, that was that crew.
Yeah, Shackelford, Reese, Petty.
Primo.
Yeah, Josh
Petty. I used to freaking hate Petty.
Bro,
Dude,
he was the
golly.
best 3-point shooter we've ever had.
Dude, he's been. I
Dude.
felt like he was at Alabama for about 22 years.
Facts.
Yeah, went all 4 years, a Huntsville guy, and he was lights out, just like, he was like the purest 3-point shooter we've ever had.
That's facts. Here's how you know this Alabama team is really good. This is crazy even saying this, bro. How is Javon Quinterly your sixth man? He's your sixth man off the bench, bro.
Yeah.
And he's even getting his minutes cut.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. This team is a team of this caliber has never worn the crimson and white.
No,
like it's always been in baby blue, or been in the UCLA, Kentucky, UNC. Even Tennessee has had way better teams. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like the depth is there, and they've gone all out on men's basketball. I'm telling you, we've bought this team, and it's
literally
they're selling out Coleman Coliseum.
And it kind of it's just kind of crazy to show you how much like the NIL deal stuff plays into it, because like growing up, North Carolina, Duke, that's your 1 and 2. And they play this year and they're both unranked. I mean, that used to be the biggest game of the freaking season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're both not intriguing to watch.
No, they're not at all. I watched a little bit of that game and I was like, this ain't that good. This ain't that good.
Oh
no.
Yeah. Well,
it's just crazy.
That's what you're going to see now that you don't have to hide it anymore, and you can just pay for the best team, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. It's going to start trickling in baseball coming up here, and softball, gymnastics, whatever sport. It's just going to start trickling in. Whoever's got the the deepest pockets, that's what it's going to be, because there's no reason all these Brandon Miller and and Bradley and Sears and all these guys are playing here 5 years ago. They're all at the blue blood schools.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It doesn't kind of suck though. Like thinking about how we grew up and like watching, man, like it's really like it kind of sucks that tradition and prestige doesn't matter anymore.
Nope.
Like, dude, like it's weird to say that if Vanderbilt was throwing out crazy money and they could be the next best team in whatever they want it to be.
They could.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like tradition, prestige, like history, that doesn't matter anymore, because I think, dude, here, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say this now, and I think this in basketball, I think this in football specifically, like the Georgia, yes, they repeated. I'm telling you, that's done. Like after this year, I feel like this was year 2 of NIL, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the repeating and it's done because everybody is catching up.
Yeah.
And so I think in basketball, it's the same way. Like you're not going to see Duke win back-to-back champs. You're not going to see Kansas do that. Kansas definitely not going to win it again this year. Like, mark my words. And it's because literally money is taking over the games, both leagues. And I think that the history, the repeats, I think it's all over.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see it like with football, they're going to realign all these conferences, and it'll be a little bit slower to kind of wash away a lot of that. But like with basketball, baseball, a lot of the team sports that don't have as many players, especially I think you'll see it really in men's basketball, where it's like every year you're going to have a Cinderella could go play in the national championship game because, such and such, is an alumni at a small school or whatever, and they got, deep pockets and they can buy all these players. I mean, you saw it some with, like Deion Sanders and him at Jackson State, and now at Colorado, he's got a bunch of donors up there. They're
That's the worst thing that could have happened.
That's what I'm saying. They're just going to buy a great team, and then within a year or two, they're going to be in the playoff.
I'm gonna just tell you now, they'll win 10 games this year. I promise.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
dude. The Pac-12 ain't never seen nothing like what they about to have.
Oh yeah,
that sorry conference. Like,
I just hope they beat USC and Oregon,
dude, and they will. Like, that's the thing is,
yeah.
Like, here's the thing: Colorado ain't never had no hood, like no hood dude. Now they got hood dude. Now they gonna start punking all these West Coast dudes.
Oh yeah,
and they gonna be out there just flexing on them, talking about their baby mama and their granddaddy, and then they gonna be scared. They be like, "Oh my god, mom, number 72. He said that you were a. I've never heard that, mommy. like they gonna get punked out, bro. Like that's what Dion. Yeah. That's the type of swag Dion brought, though. Like,
yeah,
bro. I'm honestly, it made me happy because I'm like, dude, I want them to do good. Like, I want to see, and I think they will win now because they got way too much talent on that team now.
I think so, and I want to see that too. I want to see, especially in like college football, for it to be a little more leveled out, and have all these Cinderella teams, and really be done with the repeats and done.
Yeah.
Not with the blue bloods, but just the domination of like your Alabamas, your Clemsons, your Georgias, Ohio States. I want to see, a TCU, but not this past year's TCU.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Dude, I knew they was gonna get absolutely killed, bro.
Yeah,
they wasn't ready.
Yeah,
they wasn't ready.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it'd have been better seeing Tennessee replay them or giving us a shot at them.
Exactly.
It'd have been a lot better, and I think Tennessee and Alabama were the only teams that really could have beat them.
Facts.
And
purely based off physicality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, dude, like nobody gets it, bro. Like, people are like, oh, the SEC thinks they're no. We don't think we're the best because just like we got 3 great teams every year, and that third team changes every year. It really does.
Yeah.
No, it's the fact that literally, like, even Vanderbilt, I'm saying this, they still recruiting big dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and they still, like, everybody's just more physical, bro. And TCU finally got that wake-up call.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's just like, you just look at the recruiting of each team and, like, all the guys they're getting, from all of that, like the SEC. I think Vanderbilt, they're probably rated around 50 or 60 in the nation. And that's still better than most all the other teams, that every year. And then, you got your Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, all right there, getting the top 5-10 classes every year. Like when Florida beats Utah, and Utah was the Pac-12 champ. I mean, it's like Florida was terrible this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, it just goes to show you that, not all football teams are created equal.
Yeah. Well, man, look, as we turn the corner, bro, we turn the corner on this show, man. Y'all already know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I got a question before we talk about, like, what do we think this final score will be, obviously, of this game tonight. Big thing I want to know from you, Steve, what you think about Texas and Oklahoma joining a year ahead of schedule. I feel sorry for them, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Texas and Oklahoma are going to be. They're going to be the new, like, Mississippi State, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be 7-5, 8-4.
They don't know that, though. Like, they don't understand. Like, now here's the facts, though. Here's the facts. They gonna be 7-5, 8-4 for the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Until they can catch up.
Right.
Yeah.
And once they finally catch up, because Texas tradition, but this gotta talk, bro.
Oh yeah. When
gotta talk.
You got A&M that's had a decade head start on them, and they got deeper pockets in Texas and Oklahoma. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to, you're playing, behind schedule with A&M and all these other teams. And I think, it'll be great for TV. It would be great to have, the 9 conference games. I mean, I'm tired of playing Mercer and
Yes.
I'd love to see a little more structure within the scheduling. I think a lot of it's going to depend on, if they're going to do this pod thing or just do a different East-West division.
Or just
I think a lot of it's going to depend on how they do the scheduling.
Yeah.
Do divisions or pods or whatever they decide.
Would you rather see East-West or would you rather see it just standardized? Like, I want to see it standardized, and I would love to see, like, every year, like, hey, that I've seen it where me and Turner talked about this on a show actually a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was last week. They've got the 1-7 model or the 3-6 model, where it's like you play the same 3 and then 6 rotate.
Right.
I want to see that.
I would like to see that because every 4 years you get to play at every stadium and every team. I'd like to see that, and because I don't necessarily want to have an East-West type schedule because I think Alabama and Auburn would be in the East, and then everybody else would be in the West.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, and then Auburn in the East, and then who you got? LSU, Oklahoma, maybe.
Yeah, they would. They would probably switch it up if they have the now they got the opportunity.
It'd be too lopsided.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then who gets in whose pod? That's going to be tricky too.
It's going to be real interesting
because you got teams like Missouri that they're a man without an army. It's just nobody wants to play them. Nobody's really a rival with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, then you got like Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Auburn. They've all got traditional rivalries that are going to have to stay in place. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited for Texas, Oklahoma to come a year early. But I mean, I don't think they're going to be in for a rude awakening.
That's what I said.
I mean, it's not going to be pretty because they're
going to wake up.
They're going to get stomped out by Georgia and Alabama and
Ole
Miss and whoever else, Tennessee, whoever else wants them.
Facts. Oh man! All right, turn. Ending the show today, man. Starting with you, Tennessee, Alabama tonight, man. 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central Time. What's your final score? And what's your final score?
Final score 78-77 Vols. I think it's gonna be close.
If it's close, we losing. I'm gonna tell you that. Because if don't let us be up by 2, because there'll be another buzzer beater.
Yeah.
I don't hate the score, but if it's close, I promise we losing. Steve, what's up?
All right, so I had to eat crow after the last one. I think. Look, listen. I'm not drinking the Gatorade, but I think I am. I'm gonna say Alabama 91, Tennessee 71. They're gonna put. Saying Anthony Grant and Mark Gottfried and it ain't the old Alabama team, dude.
Oh, God.
I'm telling y'all, and I'm telling you, they don't. He's got Nate's got that mojo and that team. He's in their head, and it's
this show's over, man. This show's over.
I'm telling you, this ain't. I feel way better about this than I did back in October. About that football game.
Man, you know what? I had a score. I'm not even gonna say one now because I'm just hurt. I'm hurt because we really could get blown out tomorrow.
But that's what I was about to say. I think that's why I'm like, dang, because that could actually really happen.
But the other side of it too is we could blow them out too.
Oh yeah. For sure.
That's the thing about this game. Yeah. It's this is facts. I'm not going to give a score. This is the first time I've never done this. I have a score in my head that I will tell Turner, and I will not say on this show. However, If we're going to know how this game is going to be played after the very first TV timeout. Mark my words. After the under 16 timeout, we're going to know. If Alabama has 15 or more points at that time, it's going to be a cook fest.
Oh, yeah.
If it's under 15, we got a shot. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We've been like LSU. We put it on them, beat them by 30 or 40 early in the season. I mean, it was over before halftime. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we start fast, because we did in the last couple games, and that's what I'm saying. Like we're due for another blowout. So I don't know if it's gonna happen here. If it's gonna happen in Georgia, probably happen against Georgia. But I mean,
I plead the blood of Jesus that it don't happen tonight.
I'm telling you,
if we're down, if we getting blasted, man, I'm gonna just get on 2K and create Tennessee and Alabama players, and I'm just gonna be on that. I'm gonna put everybody on Tennessee 99, everybody on Alabama zeros, and I'm just gonna be on there just another 3. I'm gonna be hot.
It'd be 170 to nothing. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you.
Text me your final score.
So I'm not.
Yeah.
He said I'm not.
I'm not, bro. I'll tell you tomorrow.
I know if Tennessee wins, you'd be like, yeah, that was my final score.
Nah. If Tennessee wins, I promise I will tell you what I thought. No, at the end of the game, I will text both of you in a group and tell you what my final score prediction was. Until then, this is the first time I'm just not confident at all. To God be the glory. Oh, Steve, bro, thank you for always hopping on, man. This is fun. Hey, here's what's funny and what's really good about this. With the way the quadrant's probably going to work out in the SEC tournament, we got a shot to play again in the championship. So, we'll be on opposite sides.
Yeah, y'all probably be number 2.
If we lose tomorrow and beat Kentucky, we will be 2.
Because what is it? I mean, y'all are sitting at 2. Is it like A&M, Missouri?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, but man, thank you for hopping on the show today, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Tennessee, Bama tonight, y'all. Y'all already know. Big game tonight. We'll be back on Friday for Chop It Up Friday. I mean, I was gonna say we got Steve back on, but probably not. He kicked off. He kicked off till fall.
If I lose again, you know you're gonna want to have me back on.
Y'all deserve one, but not tomorrow. Not tonight. So, y'all, thank you, man, for rocking with us today. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for my man Steven, for my boy Turner. It's your boy Ruff. You already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. We out.